There's a lot of items in Guild Wars 2 that are never really used for anything good, on some specific legendaries, some specific items. But today, I've realized of one way you can actually use Augur Stones and Vision Crystals to make gold, to make 150 gold each time you use one of them. So we're gonna go through it so you can do it too. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch, watch me live, and let's get into it. So, what I'm talking about is the new legendary precursor. If you see here, the new legendary precursor will sell for around 150 gold. This is very, very good. The cost of making it will be 200, and if you can see it in the actual trading post, if you go here to see near hammer, you see that it's around 400 gold selling if you list it. If you insta sell it, you will not make as much, so I would heavily recommend you to what's the word, not install, to list it, right? The prices might continue to drop, rise, whatever, depending on the situation, but that's the amount of gold you can make right now. Regardless, it'll always be kind of up and worth doing, because it requires you to do actual metas. In order to actually make this entire weapon, you'll have to make the Memory of Bearskin Adversaries, which is an item you get, it's an achievement you get. It will force you to do 6 metas or 6 convergences. So it'll always have some sort of effort that you must do, therefore making this overall worth it to do every time. Now, it requires other things as well. It does have an investment of amalgamated gemstones that is not listed here, 50 in fact, to get these 2 items, or you can get them the first time from making the Masteries of Lowland Shore and Janther Sentry, right? But otherwise you can just use 25 of the currencies from Lowland Shore and 25 of the currencies from Janther Sentry, plus 25 amalgamated gemstones each time, and you'll make the legendary. So depending on that, you'll lose a little bit of gold profit, but overall it's still gonna be worth doing. You're gonna get around 100, a bit more even, gold from doing this whole thing. But of course, you can see here the Vision Crystals. You require 6 to do them, and I don't know if you are like me, but I have a lot of them in my inventory, in my material storage. I have like 93. So honestly, getting rid of them will be a good thing. You might actually don't have them, and if you don't have them, I would not really recommend you to create them, because it'll require a good amount of spirit shards and a little bit of gold. So just don't concentrate on this, and concentrate on making another legendary to sell, or concentrate on making the spear legendary to sell. You can even buy this to make your legendary, and boom, go in there and make some money regardless. So think about that as well. But if you want to do this, if you have a lot of Vision Crystals, or you planning to make a lot of them by other methods like Savaging Ascended, this I'm gonna explain to you how to make this legendary in the first place. Let's go first for the big thing, which is the Vision Crystals. How can you get them? Well, the first thing is crafting them. If you have a lot of spirit shards, you can buy an Augur Stone from the Mystic vendor right here. You can see it in the back, Mayani Mistport Attendant. You can buy an Augur Stone for 20 spirit shards, and then you need Dragonite Ingots, Dragonite Imperial Stars, and Broken Bricks that you get from Obsidian Shards, Thermogalactic Reagents, and of course Dragonite Ore, Imperial Fragments, and Bloodstone Dust, which is nice because a lot of you guys probably have a lot of those items, so it's nice to make them. Regardless though, you'll need Augur Stone, which is the big, gatekeep here. Otherwise, you can actually salvage this item with ascended salvaging kits from specific ascended items, from ascended chest armor, from ascended leggings armor, from ascended weapons, and well, that's it. You can also salvage lesser Vision Crystals for a chance of getting an Augur Stone and the other materials, and then you can use those to make a bigger Vision Crystals, the actual Vision Crystals. So all these ways will make you getting some Vision Crystals, which is actually pretty cool. After that, the next thing that is kind of important is to get your Standing Stone Timepiece or Birkin Warhelm. These, of course, are made by getting the masteries of the actual expansion, Lowland Shore Mastery. You'll get at the end one time, and Janther Sentry, you get at the end one time. Or you can go into any of the heart of this Lowland Shore and Janther Sentry and pay 25 of each of the currencies and 25 amalgamated gemstones to get a replacement of this. Now, this is very cool because you can use your currency from the expansion to make gold. You're gonna be making like, I mean, let's say if this sells for 150 and you're using like 50-ish gold to make this entire thing, you're gonna be making, to make this these pieces, because of the amalgam gemstones that are not listed here, you're gonna be making what, 25 gold each time you make any of these things, right? From the entire thing, right? You're gonna be making like 25 gold from each of these items, and you're gonna end up getting like 50 gold from the vision crystals. So at the end, you're making 100 gold for using these vision crystals, and of course this currency from the expansion, and you can do this over and over again. So hey, farming in the new expansion, doing random events, it is actually worth it. It is unironically worth doing, and I think that's super cool. And that's without even considering the fact that you can transform this precursor into a legendary, use more of your currency, and make even more gold. So I think getting, actually spending time in this expansion, it's a great idea. There you go. Next thing, gift of metal. You just need to get a lot of these items. A lot of these ingots. You can buy them on the trading post, or you can craft them yourself. Not really a big of a deal, and you just have to craft the gift of metal. That's it. You can use this on a weaponsmith, huntsmith, or artificer, or you can trade it for later for a little bit of a ectoplasm tax. Yeah, there you go. Next thing is going to be the gift of the sharpened tip. We already established we're going to have to do a memory of Bearskin adversaries by talking to that specific vendor in Lowland Shore. And you have to do 6 metas or 6 convergences to get this achievement done and get the item. You get this guy from here. That's, honestly, for me, I'm permanently going in here into these NPC and buying these achievements at all times. So every content I do progresses through this, and I can just continuously do legendaries or precursors and so on and so on. So it ends up being really much worth it, even if you have to pay 25 amalgam gemstones at the start. And then, of course, you're gonna have to do the steel head, Delimor spearhead, large spirit wood heft as well. This can actually be gotten from getting these materials here to one of the hearts in Janther Wilds. It'll actually trade it for you. You'll have to pay a little bit of a tax on ectoplasm, but that's about it. Or you can craft it yourself with your own weaponsmith, armorsmith. Sorry, weaponsmith. Yeah, no, I think you have to be a no, you do have to be a weaponsmith. That's the only way that actually you get the spearhead. So yeah, you have to be a weaponsmith. Otherwise, you have to go to the hearts. And this is actually pretty nice. Of course, the Delimor steel ingots and the spiritwood plank will actually cost you a little bit of gold. Ideally, you want to craft it yourself every day, as you can only get one a day, but it's gonna be worth regardless. Okay, it's gonna be worth it regardless, even if you buy it. If you buy it though, try and not insta buy. Try and list all of these items. That's the best way of making the most amount of gold. And there you go. And then of course the vision crystals that we talked about before. You forge all of these ones together to make the gift of sharpened tip, and then gift of sharpened tip plus gift of metal plus both of these items to make the near hammer, and send it and sell it for 300, well, for a good amount of gold profit. And actually specifically 416 gold. I just undercut it one time. You undercut it, and you'll be happy, right? So there you go. That's how you make it. This is gonna be actually kind of a game changer in my opinion to the expansion, because man, being in the expansion, doing hearts every day, doing events every day, it's gonna be so much worth it because of the way that the currency is working right now, the way that you can make your currency into precursors, the way that you can make your vision crystals into precursor, and the way that you can use your precursor to make a legendary that sells for over almost 2,000 gold profit. This might have changed, and this might change actually in the future, but for now it is definitely worth it. Keep an eye on it. I'll make a legendary video very soon. And yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Tell me if I got anything wrong. Tell me if you're gonna do this, and because I'm gonna. And this is why I have so much gold right now, even though I spent 1,700 gold in keys yesterday. I still have 7,000. Feels good. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye bye.